What's up, guys? I know I've been uploading like a little bit. At this point it'll probably be a little bit over 2 weeks, but today I'm just gonna be riding around and talking about pretty much how I was able to afford this almost $7,000 Talaria build with no job. Just for some context, I didn't start out with a lot of money. You know, my first bike was a Razor MX350 that was 48 volt swapped, and I mean, yeah, I really didn't have that much money, and I only afforded that by selling my VR headset and doing like a little bit of yard work for an extra like 50 bucks. Also, I am wearing the new Break Fade baggy jorts and the new V2 logo hoodie. And I like the jorts because they go a bit over your knees, so they're good for riding. Just so that, you know, they can protect you a little bit more. But yeah. Anyways, from the point where I had the MX350, I started doing some landscaping for just my parents and for some of like my neighbors and stuff, and mowing lawns and stuff. So I was able to get an extra probably $300 from that, and I was able to flip the MX350 for like a $400 profit, which is really nice. And then by the time I sold those, I was able to buy a Tudio, and this was in January of 2025. So it was just after the Tudio came out, so it was like really new. Nobody had like really upgraded theirs a lot. So I pretty much started a TikTok account, which is Tudio IC, most of you guys know. And essentially what I did on that account was I just made a bunch of videos about like modding my bike, and I made like edits of it. And at one point I had like one of the most built Tudios, so that got a lot of traction, and I pretty much started getting like a lot of views a video, like probably 10 to 100,000 views. And I got a discount code for Tudio's website where I made them over 6 figures in sales, which I don't know how I did this. I had like probably 2,000 followers when this ended. So I started at like 200 followers to 2,000 followers. Now I'm at like a little over 5,000. Thank you guys, by the way. But I made them a little over 6 figures, and I made myself like almost 5 figures in profit, which was ridiculous to me. And I didn't spend that well. I spent it on a lot of stupid things, a lot of bike upgrades, which was kind of just reinvesting it, and a lot of money on food, which was kind of funny looking back on it. But yeah, that was probably making me around $2,000 a month profit. And you know, I built up the Tudio a lot, and then I did have a lot of extra, like not a lot, but like 1,500 bucks of extra money from the Tudio sales. And what I did with that is I started Break Fade, which started out as a phone case brand, and then I eventually launched a t-shirt and hoodies, and now it's more of a clothing and parts brand, which shout out breakfade.store for literally all of the parts on this bike. But anyways, it turned out to be like a clothing and parts brand, and it's grown a lot recently, which I'm really thankful for. And you know, I've made honestly a pretty good amount from my brand, and with that, you know, I do run collective with some brands, so that's like a partnership between products. And after, you know, I made a little bit in sales from it, and I put it into the Tudio, and pretty much I traded the 2DO for this thing. It was like not stock, but it was like, it had a powder coat and formula brakes and some Shinkos. And that was about all the parts that was on it. That's a dead end. But pretty much, I was able to get some brand deals in exchange for running some people's products on Collective and other stuff like that, and just like partnering with them to get them sales and stuff. So I was able to get a lot of parts for free on this bike, which I'm super thankful for. And I mean, yeah, now it's pretty much my dream build. Literally everything's upgraded besides power. And also to everybody, because I've seen a lot of people saying these 40s forks, like they can't hold the weight of an electric dirt bike plus a rider. I'm not super heavy. I'm like 145 pounds, and this bike is around 130, and the suspension holds up really well. Like, I'm pushing as hard as I can, and it doesn't even go halfway. I took off this air cap to pump it up to around 100 psi, which you can do with just the shock pump, and it goes up to, I think, 125 psi, and I've only pumped it to 100. And this is the lowest I can get it is halfway travel, and they feel super nice. So I mean, yeah, really you can for sure use them for e-motos. These ones they're really good for it. I love them. And you can also find them on brakefit.store, as well as these wheels and literally a bunch of other stuff. You can get motor covers, bars, you can get brakes. I don't have formulas yet, but I have some of the cheapest Ultra V brakes. They ship same to next day, which is really good. I have these graphics on it. I got a lot of stuff, so you can go check that out. And by the time this video is up, these jorts and the light jorts and the hoodie will have probably dropped. So yeah, go check that out. But now I think I'm really just gonna ride home, and then I'm probably gonna do a build breakdown of the bike, because I saw a couple comments requesting that. So that's just what I'm gonna do in a sec. I'll cut to some riding, and then I'll cut to that. Alright, I've made it home. Now I'm just going to be doing a build breakdown. First off, this is the Moto Cuts Chrome Hearts decal from my brand, brakefit.store. Fox 40's sparkly chrome decal, both are in sparkly chrome. These are the 40 style forks, also from my website, brakefit.store. These are the chrome Talaria X3 Supermotos. They look super nice. Also from my brand, we got a little gut seat cover. We got a key ignition, Renthal fat bars, got a Baja formulas. I have this titanium Suron direct riser mount with the Fun direct mount, which I'm running, and then I got the prickly direct mount screws. I have this stem. I don't know where it was from. The old owner put it on. Keychain. Shout out Spade Designs. Got a shift lock here, Warp 9 pegs, a metal motor cover, D&M rear shock, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's probably a lot of other things I'm forgetting, like this controller titanium, a bunch of other little things I'm forgetting. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Shop brakefit.store for clothes like this, and also all your bike parts that you'll need. Yeah, see ya.